Hello and welcome to all our viewers in Nigeria and around the world to meet the news on global television. We are live in the nation's capital, Abuja. I am Anthony Momodu. The federal government has concluded plans to train some newly recruited personnel of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps in 36 states and the Federal Capital Territory as the School Safety Protection Squad to halt cases of abduction of school children from their schools. The commander of the National Safe Schools Response Coordination Center of the NSCDC, Hamid Abodurin, disclosed this just as the Defense Headquarters said troops rescued 137 abducted pupils of the LEA Primary School and the Government Secondary School Kuriga in the Chikun local government area of Kaduna within Zamfara State. This came as President Bola Tinubu welcomed the news of the release of the Kuriga school children, as well as the release of the pupils of the Sangaya School in Sokoto State, commending all the parties involved in the feat for their valiant efforts. The Senior Staff Association of Nigerian Universities, SAN, has announced at the end of the 7-day warning strike to give more room to government to do the needful. The president of the association, Muhammad Ibrahim, made the declaration at a virtual stakeholders forum organized by the Education Writers Association of Nigeria, EWAN, in Lagos. The forum, which also had Ibeji Nwokoma, president of the Non-Academic Staff Union of Educational and Associated Institutions, NASU, in attendance, was on withheld salaries versus labor crisis. The federal government on Saturday expressed sympathy with the Russian Federation over the tragic attack in Moscow. The Minister of Foreign Affairs, Ambassador Yusuf Toga, in a statement, commiserated with the Russian Federation over the tragic attack said to have killed 60 people at the concert in Moscow. We convey our deepest condolences to the people and government of the Russian Federation on the tragic attack carried out at the Crocus Concert Hall in Moscow. We also pray for the quick recovery of those injured at the challenging time. We stand in brotherhood with the government and the Russian Federation. The Minister of the Federal Capital Territory, Nelson Wike, has assured the Chief of Defense Staff, General Christopher Musa, of the FCT administration support to curb insecurity in the nation. Wike, who pledged this when the Chief of Defense Staff visited, said the Nigerian military is to keep Nigeria safe. He assured Musa of the FCTA's support in whatever form to improve the security situation in the country and maintain the territorial integrity of the nation. The minister also stated that they are trying to build an FCT Rapid Response Center that will be managed by the joint team of the military, the police, Department of State Services, and the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps. The minister said that the center would be equipped with every form of technology to strengthen the fight against insecurity. The Defense Headquarters on Friday said it has declared 97 persons wanted for terrorism, violent extremism, and secessionist threats against the state. Major General Edward Buba, Director of Defense Media Operations, confirmed the names and pictures of the people declared wanted in Abuja. The wanted persons, terrorists, and bandits and insurgents commanders are from the northeast, the northwest, north central, and southeast zones. In the northeast, plagued by Boko Haram and the Islamic State for West African Province terrorists, 33 persons were declared wanted. The Nigerian Customs Service announced that the federal government has approved the suspension of the 25% penalty previously imposed, in addition to import duty on improperly imported vehicles. In a statement signed by the NCS National Spokesperson Abdullahi Mewada, the service revealed that the Honorable Minister and Coordinating Minister of the Economy have approved the suspension of the 25% penalty previously imposed, in addition to the import duty on improperly imported vehicles. You're watching Midday News, coming to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on StarTimes channel 276. Kindly follow us on all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. When Midday News returns, federal government files tax evasion charges against Binance. These and other stories right after this break. Stay with us. Welcome back from the break. This is Global Television bringing you live broadcast of Midday News. Thank you for staying with us. On the foreign scene, the State Department said that the United States Embassy has warned its citizens to avoid large gatherings following Friday's terrorist attack in Moscow, Russia's capital. No fewer than 40 persons have been confirmed killed and over 100 injured when gunmen in camouflage clothing opened fire on people at a concert on the Crocus City Hall near Moscow on Friday. Russia's FSB security service stated this. In business, the Ministry of Industry, Trade and Investment has directed applicants of the Presidential Conditional Grant Scheme to submit their national identification numbers as part of necessary requirements to obtain a grant earmarked to cushion the effect that recent economic reforms have had on businesses in the country. The government, through the Bank of Industry, had said it would be disbursing 3 categories of funding, totaling 200 billion naira, to support manufacturers and businesses across the country. It said the new rule was based on the new regulations from the Central Bank of Nigeria, directing Nigerians to link their national identification numbers with their bank accounts. It added that only verified applicants will receive this notification and NINs must match the applicant's name for the process to proceed. One of the 2 Binance executives detained in Nigeria for alleged tax evasion and other offenses, Nadeem Ajawala, has reportedly escaped from custody. In February, the federal government detained the 2 senior executives of the Binance. The arrest came amid efforts by the government to rein in speculation on the naira by cracking down on cryptocurrency exchanges. The charges against the Binance include non-payment of value-added tax, company income tax, failure to file tax returns, and complicity in aiding customers to evade taxes through its platform. Ajawala reportedly escaped from the Abuja guest house where he and his colleague were being held. He was said to have escaped after some guards on duty escorted him to a nearby mosque for prayers. The federal government has initiated proceedings against Binance, a prominent cryptocurrency exchange platform, over tax evasion. The charges were filed at the Federal High Court in Abuja by the Federal Inland Revenue Service. FIRS implicated Binance with 4 tax evasion accusations, adding that it was a decisive move aimed at upholding fiscal responsibility and safeguarding the economic integrity of the country. The charges levied against Binance include a non-payment of value-added tax, company income tax, failure to file tax returns, and complicity in aiding customers to evade taxes through its platform. In the suit, the federal government also accused Binance of failure to register with FIRS for tax purposes and contravening existing tax regulations within the country. The investigative committee of Russia made this known today in its Telegram channel earlier that some gunmen attacked the concert hall, killing at least 60 people and wounding 100 more. Russian security services say the gunmen burst the Crocus City Hall while it was about to host a rock concert, with a part of the building engulfed by fire and part of the roof collapsed. The number of deaths, including children, in the terrorist attack at the Crocus City Hall in Moscow, the Russian capital, has reached 93. Veteran Hollywood actor Amaechi Muonagor has died after prolonged illness at the age of 62. Muonagor was said to have suffered kidney failure and was on dialysis. dialysis. The sudden news of his demise comes just few days after a viral video where he solicited for funds to help him have a kidney transplant. He was an actor and a producer. In 2016, he was nominated for the AMVCA 2017 Best Actor in a Comedy. His death comes weeks after that of his famous colleague, John Okafor, known as Mr. Igbo. That's it on Midday News, and it came to you live from Nigeria's capital, Abuja. We're on Star Times, channel 276. Kindly follow us across all social media platforms using @GlobalTVNG and other handles now showing on your screen. I am Anthony Momodu saying thank you for watching and see you again.